overtones. Sometimes I forget about overtones. I love them. Far better than undertones. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Palmisano here. The Colter wall video I did is done astoundingly well. I can't thank you enough for turning me on to him. For all you guys that are new to this channel, this is driven by you. Dropping links in the comments to stuff you think I need to see. So, along those lines, you know, Jake G says in the comments of the last Colter wall video, you know how murder ballads used to be a thing? This dude wrote an amazing one in 2017. It's called Kate McCannon. Check that one out. His storytelling is incredible, and his fingerpicking is just so good. Jake G, it is my pleasure to do another Colter tune. Here you go, sir. I got it linked up for you. And again, this is the same brewery sessions. And the production is great on this. Great. Look at it. Here we go. Ice cold. Haven't heard this. Obviously, I've heard him, but not this tune. Here we go. What a great shot. What a great shot. Am I a little... No. He's a little out. B flat minor. So you got... So basically, I'm thinking B flat minor. Now he's got his capo, it looks like, on the 3rd fret, so he's tuned down. So it's an A minor shape, but B flat. So it's going, so that would be a 6 chord, right? Going down to the 5 chord. So it'd be your G shape, right? Your A flat. And it looks like it's got a relative major in there. So that would be D flat as well, which would be your C shape. Let's keep going. Let's not get hung up in the weeds. You guys know how I am. Doing that 5th flat 7 in the bass.
Well, the raven is a wicked bird. His wings are black as sin. And he floats outside my prison window, mocking those within. And he sings to me real low, it's hell to where you go. For you didn't murder Kate McCannon.
All right. So many things. One, I just love the jangliness. Yeah, DG, jangle, of the strings, the detuned strings, which are not entirely in tune, it sounds like, but no one cares. And I love, again, the details. The raven, did he say black raven? I'm assuming he said black. If he didn't, he doesn't even need to, because it's implied. It's like, what's that Tom Waits song where he says, stirring my brandy with a nail? Don't even need to say it's rusty. You know it's rusty. And then outside my prison window, and immediately, because you know I didn't kill Kate McCann or whatever, love it. So again, it sounded like I heard an F in there, or it would be an F shape. So G flat, if we're staying enharmonically consistent. So that would be a 4 chord, if you will. If you're thinking D flat is your 1, even though you're in the key center, B flat minor. And I also heard in there, if I'm not mistaken, an E flat minor chord. So, you know, that would be your 2, if you would, or your D minor shape. Let's keep going. Stay focused. Kick drum is in.
I first met Tom McCannon, I was working in the mines.
The name of the man, his husband probably.
Said he had himself a dark-haired daughter with long green eyes.
The daughter, color of the eyes.
And when she and I didn't meet, she was bathing in the creek. Prettiest girl in the whole damn holler, that ain't no lie.
I love that he finishes it not on a rhyme, using words like holler. So, I love how he changes the timbre of his guitar playing. When it gets more sensitive, switches to the major chord when it's time to, calm down. Then when he picks back up with the kick drum, back to the open, jangly, minor.
So I went a courting Kate McCannon. Got me a job and I quit my rambling. And every day I'd save a quarter of my pay.
A quarter of my pay.
I could buy a diamond ring. Lord, and one day I come home to find my darling angel's not in sight. So I made for the creek where she and I didn't meet.
Hair standing up.
And found her with some other lover.
Look how much he believes this story.
Then I put 3 rounds in the Kate McCannon.
I love this guy. There's so many things to like about it. Yes, from a guitar playing perspective, he's tuned down, capo on a 3rd fret, sound of B flat minor, right? Or D flat major, the relative major and minor, switches back and forth based on whether you're on the verse or the chorus, if he's painting a darker part of the picture and a brighter part of the picture. Whatever. The murder ballad. I love how what was your name? Jake. I gotta get it right. What's it say? Jake G. You know how murder ballads used to be a thing. Yeah. Live at Folsom Prison, one of my favorite records. I loved the whole concept of prison songs. It's such a visceral part of life, where you, for whatever reason, whether this guy's obviously guilty, he's confessing, but whether you are or whether you aren't, but that feeling of being trapped, that telling the story of, that caged emotion in there, and painting the picture. I love the simple little details. Verse 1 starts with the fact that he's in jail. The raven, you got the imagery, etc. Then he talks about when he met Kate. And so he met her through his father, whom he worked for, if I remember correctly, or worked with. I think he said met him at the mill or something. Forgive me. Forgive me. I have not listened to this before. Obviously, they fell in love down by the creek. Saved a quarter of his pay. The details, I'm telling you. A quarter of his pay. And I'm sure he mentioned the amount of time. You got to mention the amount of time. Or you got to hint at it, right? Comes home the one day. Right? Obviously, it's implied the day he could finally afford the diamond. Right? To propose to her. She's not there. Instinctively goes down to the creek where they met. Right? Sees her there with somebody else. Blind, uncontrollable rage. Obviously, packing heat. 3 rounds indicate McCannon. Doesn't mention if he killed the other person. And then it's just the end of the song. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm wrongly imprisoned. None of that. That's real writing. That's real stuff. I love that. Just, this is me. This is what happened. I'm human. I love this girl. She broke my heart. I put 3 rounds in her. Boom.